Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. If you are still paying extreme attention to the XRP case, you are missing the plot. Now, yesterday and the day before, I did talk a lot about this appeal that was, filed late. It seems like there were a lot of people in the XRP community that were interested in understanding and, knowing what was going on. Of course, myself included. I'm learning something new every single day as I'm going through Twitter, as I'm looking at blog posts and articles regarding Ripple and XRP. And if you guys didn't catch the video I did yesterday, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner if you do want a bit of a summary. But the bearable bull is saying you're missing the point. Below is the timeline of the lawsuit, while simultaneously the macro crypto environment is extremely bullish. So let's take a look at some of these points here. Just had a great chat with Stuart Alderati of Ripple, who gave me the rundown of the appeals timeline. And this is with regards to the lawsuit specifically. So the government's last day to file the Form C, which will give some level of detail about what it plans to appeal, is tomorrow. And we talked a lot about that in yesterday's video. 7 days later, Ripple will file its own Form C, which will give more detail about its own cross appeal. Both parties will then agree on a briefing schedule, and the SEC then has up to 90 days from that point to file its first brief. Alderati says he expects them to take the full 90 days. Of course, they waited to the last minute just the other day. The opening brief will be a full recitation of all the legal arguments that the SEC will be making. Ripple will file a response and then its own brief. The full briefing process, according to Alderati, will go through until July of 2025. So we are getting very close at that point to the top of the market. But guys, we got to pay attention to what else is going on here, okay? Anders posting this. Ripple will be the first blockchain-enabled company service provider to be licensed by the DFSA. We also have over 20% of Ripple's global consumer base is located in the United Arab Emirates. With DFSA authorization, and by the way, that is the Dubai Financial Something Authority. I don't remember what the S stands for. Ripple is set to roll out its enterprise-grade digital asset infrastructure to a broader customer base in the UAE. So we have to remember, and the bearable bull is saying this too, right? This is super, super, super bullish for XRP. And we got to remember, the United States is just one piece of this puzzle. It's a large piece, but there is still so much going on regarding Ripple and XRP around the world. He goes on to say an XRP ETF is on standby, and the RLUSD stablecoin will be remembered as a game changer. This is not a drill. The train has left the station, but you still have a chance to enter at these levels. And as of the time of this recording, we are still seeing an XRP trading in and around 50, just under 55 cents right now. Still a very, very good price point to enter, albeit not as low as March 2017 when you could get in under a penny. But as far as, the last two bull runs have gone, XRP, yeah, it's up by a little bit. The bottom was obviously the beer flu. March 2020 when XRP was trading in and around, 11.5 cents, give or take, 11 cents, something like that. Since then, the lowest XRP did come down after the bull run of 2021, was down in and around here, and that was in and around, whoops, that's not what I wanted to put on there. It was in and around 28 cents, so just under 30 cents per coin. And that was, this line marks the bottom of the bear market for XRP specifically. So just under 30 cents per coin. And so guys, we're already starting up here, over 150%. So we are already up from these lows. That being said though, from all-time high, okay, right back in here when we saw this back in 2018, we are still down about 83% off all-time highs for XRP. So 54, 55 cents, still a great opportunity, I think, to purchase XRP. And for more information on what I'm doing personally, you can follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel, where I'm sharing my $15,000 plus portfolio of altcoins that I've decided to purchase for pure profit. Some of those altcoins are still trading at a great price. Obviously, we're going to talk about XRP. We're going to discuss targets and really drill down, focus in to see where the best point is to sell. So patreon.com/workingmoneychannel for those interested. Guys, we also are seeing stuff like this. Brad Garlinghouse has been making the rounds. He did recently just do an interview with Tony Edward from the Thinking Podcast. Ripple CEO says XRP will be one of the crypto winners. And, this is nothing new. He's been saying this kind of thing for a while. This article just kind of goes through some of the history here. But then down here, it says, nonetheless, he indicated that XRP will still emerge as one of the winners in the crypto market. According to Brad Garlinghouse, XRP's regulatory clarity introduced through the Ripple lawsuit will help the token stand independently. Notably, Garlinghouse said the seventh biggest cryptocurrency offers a compelling use case for payments due to its speed, low cost, and scalability. He emphasized that the crypto industry would have multiple winners in the long term, with XRP being one of them. His comment suggests that XRP's utility and payments alongside its regulatory clarity will eventually make it one of the crypto market's winners. So Brad Garlinghouse still very, very bullish on, very, very bullish on XRP. Of course, they also do have the RLUSD that is coming out. So I wanted to bring this statistic up for you guys too from ISO 20022. Let's do it. So we're looking at the last 7 years here. Stablecoins are revolutionizing the digital payments landscape, and they are outperforming traditional payments giants. In this chart, guys, we will see how stablecoin payment volumes have grown exponentially, surpassing traditional networks such as Visa, PayPal, and Fedwire. An incredible leap in a few years. So just take a look at this for a second now, and I don't know if you squint, you can see that this line is a different color than this line. It's a really, really, really dark blue, whereas this line is black, I guess. So we have it up here: stablecoins, Visa, PayPal, and Fedwire, and you guys can see Fedwire is up here at the top, remaining fairly stagnant throughout. Same with Visa. They haven't really seen any growth over the last 7 years, and even to a degree, PayPal. I mean, it has seen a bit of growth, but not too much. But guys, look at stablecoins. Obviously, stablecoins were still in their infancy in 2017. And throughout 2018, 19, and 2020, that's when we really started to see the growth. But guys, now they're up there. They're way up there along with Visa. So I think this statistic does speak volumes in terms of where we're likely going to see the RLUSD moving in the future. Wrath of Kahneman here did post this. Now, this was a clip of Brad Garlinghouse from that Tony Edward interview. I'm going to play you guys this clip, courtesy of Jim Knox. Listen to this.
Ripple has been using stablecoins in our payment flows for years, and you've used Tether, we've used USDC. There's actually a point in time where our institutional flows represented 20. Because of that, we were minting 20% of all USDC. And so we're kind of looking at that, and then we look at what happened during the banking crisis, where USDC depegged by 7%. And, I kind of came to the conclusion there's an opportunity here, given that we are driving a lot of activity, a lot of velocity, a lot of liquidity, and the fact, frankly, that we have a very strong balance sheet, that we felt like there was an opportunity for Ripple to play in this market.
And again, I still go back to this point of, I think that is the political answer that Brad Garlinghouse is saying. I don't think he's actually being 100% honest with us. I think that he's saying, okay, there's an opportunity here, and obviously, having a stablecoin is great. But I think at the end of the day, they thought that XRP would be fully legal and regulated because it is all around the rest of the world. But the US government has been playing stupid games with Ripple and the crypto industry. And so what happened was Ripple realized this, and they had to make a choice. And so that choice was, well, I guess if the U.S. government is looking to regulate stablecoins, let's create a stablecoin and let's roll with that. So I feel like it was a bit of an afterthought, whereas Brad Garlinghouse is saying, oh, well, we saw an opportunity and we're making this happen and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I just personally, it sounds a bit contrived to me. Anyway, Wrath of Kahneman here does bring up some good points. This raises so many questions. At one point, 20% of USDC minted daily. When? How long, he says. You heard Brad say that they at one point were minting 20% of all USDC coins. How much money do they have? What currency pairs are we talking about here? What exchanges? We're assuming US exchanges. Why no USDC on the XRP ledger? And why no RLUSD launch on Coinbase? All very, very good questions here. Dingo ate my XRP saying, a big exchange like Coinbase has a trusted stablecoin partner in USDC. Adding another could be politically dicey. So now it comes back down to politics. And he's saying, and it could harm the relationship. So if they add it, they would want to wait until it's absolutely certain that RLUSD has staying power, is backed, and is stable. Walled Garden says CBDC money. Sammy here saying, I don't think we know what he's saying. That guy's an influencer. Okay, whatever. Hoaxes, slowly we see, says Alex. Sure. So there we have it, guys. So many more questions are now coming up. But I think overall, the decision to launch the RLUSD was a good one. From Thinking Crypto interview with Brad. This courtesy of Vet here. The up to 20% of USDC supply minted by Ripple for their customers aligns with what you see when you check out the addresses behind the Ethereum RLUSD deployer contract. So you see a ton of USDC activity. I assume it's one of many Ripple business wallets. Replacing this with RLUSD in the future, and specifically also the XRP ledger, does sound great to me. So you got to think of that for a second, right? we are seeing the volume, the bulk of the volume going through USDC right now. That is, the trusted crypto in the West, the trusted US-backed stablecoin, I guess I should specify, in the Western world. In the East, it's different. I mean, they use Tether in a lot of cases, and not just Tether, but other things too. But they do use Tether. USDC, though, has been, I think, classified, by the MiCA regulations and in the United States as that stablecoin right now that the U.S. can trust. And so let's think about this for a second, right? If we finally do have another U.S.-backed stable or U.S.-pegged stablecoin, namely RLUSD, and it is supplied by Ripple, and we do know that Ripple is, saying this is, we've been through this before. This has to be a regulatory compliant coin. Well, then think of how this could affect their bottom line when this does become replaced. Okay, so a ton of USDC activity, says Vet. I assume it's one of many of Ripple's. Okay, I already said that. So the XRPL needs bootstrapping and brings existing institutional flows, which clearly exists from looking at their stables activity. To the XRPL, where I can look at the transaction hashes, is a milestone in my book. So this, to me, guys, looking very positive for the adoption, the eventual adoption of RLUSD. It's a very anticipated cryptocurrency, and I don't think, I think that maybe some people might have the wrong idea that it will come out of the gate and start, boom, the inflow, the usage of it will skyrocket right away. I think it will also still need time to build to get up to those same volume amounts that we're seeing for USDC or for Tether, for example, even though Tether is being used in a different part of the world. But guys, it will be influential, and we just kind of have to wait at this point. So wanted to thank Vet for posting that. There's also some Ripple partner news that just came out from Nium. Nium partners with BRI to provide Indonesian customers with real-time international money transfer capabilities. Nium is a Ripple partner and a global infrastructure for real-time cross-border payments. They just announced a partnership with Bank Rakyat from Indonesia to provide Indonesian customers with real-time international money transfer capabilities. So obviously, leveraging the XRP ledger, this collaboration aims to enhance the cross-border payment offerings for BRI's individuals and corporate clients, delivering more accessible and cost-effective financial services across Indonesia. The partnership empowers more than 150 million BRI account holders, including those in remote regions of Indonesia, to access modern real-time cross-border payment services. So 150 million account holders from this particular bank. Now, you got to think that is probably across many different countries. I don't know. What is the population of Indonesia? Do you guys know? Indonesian population? What is it? It's about 284.1 million. I did not realize there were that many people in Indonesia. Current population, 284,152,257 people as of Friday, October the 18th, which was yesterday. So a very, very accurate calculation there. So of those people, 150, so maybe these are all accounts in Indonesia. Nevertheless, this is for cross-border payments specifically. So this is to access modern real-time cross-border payment services. The offering includes a variety of real-time payment mechanisms supporting bank account destinations, a global electronic card network, and digital wallets. So these guys are moving into the future with Ripple technology. This is the other thing we have to remember, guys. You think of these small countries and you think of how many people live in the United States. Well, Indonesia is a far, far, far smaller country in many ways, but their population is not that far off from the U.S.'s population. Okay, maybe off by just under 100 million, but still, you got to think the quantity here. How many of these transactions are going to be occurring in other countries around the world with large populations? So BRI's corporate strategy, they're saying that the collaboration reflects the BRI's continuous efforts to enhance productivity and efficiency by expanding the digital payment channel network and meet growing demand for global transactions. Obviously, that is always the main goal that they want to achieve. By integrating Nium's advanced technology into BRI's platform, we are dedicated to providing BRI's customers, no matter where they are, with access to exceptional financial services. So that's another quote there from a representative from Nium. So great news there, guys, coming out of Indonesia. And with regards to Ripple partner Nium, guys, another Ripple partner, Finastra, well, they're partnering with LP Bank to modernize treasury management operations in record time. And remember, guys, Finastra is one of those larger Ripple partnerships. Finastra is a global provider for financial service software applications. They announced just the other day the implementation of its front-to-back treasury solution, Condor, at Fortune Vietnam Joint Stock Commercial Bank to modernize the bank's treasury management operations and capabilities. This strategic collaboration is part of LP Bank's concerted effort to accelerate its digital transformation strategy and enhance its competitiveness in the marketplace. Achieving deployment in just 6 months, the rapid timeline was achieved through an agile approach, flexibility, and collaborative working relationship that facilitated a seamless integration of new systems with existing technology infrastructure and workflow processes. So looking to modernize and enhance the workflow there, leveraging a big Ripple partner. Here's a quote, guys. The successful deployment of this innovative product is a testament to our deep commitment towards digital transformation and creating value for our customers. It also speaks volumes to Finastra's technological expertise as a partner. And a lot of this, guys, is going to be orchestrated through DLT Solutions, distributed ledger technology. Here they say, while we are in the early phase of recognizing the full potential of this investment on our treasury operations, we have already seen steady improvements on trading volumes, transaction quality, and reduced transaction times. LP Bank is well positioned to further advance its leadership position in Vietnam. So you got to think the XRP ledger, good for so many different applications. It's not just cross-border payments. Cross-border payments was the first vertical, and of course, I'm sure that especially for these larger providers like Finastra, ACI Worldwide, Temenos, they are also realizing we can help customers benefit using the XRP ledger for other applications. So they can start, maybe they're going to start with cross-border payments, and maybe some of these customers already have integrated with RippleNet for cross-border payments. Then down the road, maybe a few years down the road, they're realizing, okay, this is a benefit to us. And so now let's integrate into the next thing. So modernizing treasury management, for example, or, creating an NFT on the XRP ledger for another application that they might have. I don't know. I mean, the sky really is the limit. Trade settlement, FX, transactions. There are so many different applications that can benefit DLT Solutions. So I thought that was great news. It's no secret by now that, the global monetary system is being modernized. And I think for a few reasons, because it's unstable, that is the main one. I think that they have been exploiting the monetary system. And by then, I mean the powers that be. Whoever has, the reserve currency has the power. And so, in a lot of ways, the printing of the US dollar has benefited the United States for a lot of years, but now countries are saying, no, we reject this. And so there's this whole idea of a reset of the monetary system, and we're already seeing it through DLT technology. Smoke here bringing this to our attention. Revaluing gold to back the reset the monetary system could be one of the least disruptive ways out of this credit mess. In fact, the revaluation of gold may be the only way to prevent worldwide hyperinflation. So this is a bit of an extreme view on this, but it is documented here. Gold is a major part of this great reset, and the Bank of America is currently dropping hints. Guys, check this out. The Chinese realized that the US could surprise the world with a unilateral gold revaluation, the only way to prevent worldwide hyperinflation. So according to Ben Davies, co-founder and CEO of Hind Capital, revaluing gold to back up and reset the monetary system could be one of the least disruptive ways out of this credit mess. And what is that going to mean? Well, the price of gold going to go up, guys. Chances are, and it has been already on the anticipation of a lot of this. Gold has been going up. The hyperinflation of many fiat currencies has been hurting their citizens. And so, now we've got a gold price of over $2,700 per ounce. You got to remember just a few years ago, where was it? Let's say, in the midst of the beer flu, okay, let's say 2021, gold was, let's call it here, okay, August 2021 was only at about $1,700 per ounce. So it's gone up $1,000 per ounce since then, and that's just one example. What Smoke was really pointing towards was this, okay? From Watcher Guru, Bank of America warns that gold may be the final safe haven as U.S. Treasuries face risks from rising national debt. Now, why I'm talking about gold, guys, is because gold, part of this great reset, also a large part of what the BRICS countries are going to be trading and how they're going to be trading, what they're going to be using to whether it's backing their currency that they're going to be creating, or if it's going to be transacting in gold. Smoke here with another great tweet. Yes, the big reset of the financial system is real. Here are some global perspectives on the topic. Former president of the European Central Bank said this. Okay, new rules have been discussed not only within advanced economies, but also with all emerging economies, including China. All the major players are involved in this reset. They are stockpiling gold and developing entire new economic models to adapt to the evolving financial landscape. The system is broken, and changes must be made to preserve the concept of money. A new global currency setup is being conceived, and we know this, according to the new general manager of the Precious Metals Department of the ICBC. So, guys, it's going to include precious metals, and even the BRICS has come out and said 40% gold, 60% backed by our fiat currencies. And this new global currency will be blockchain-based. George Soros said, the system we have now has broken down, but we haven't fully recognized it, so we need to create a new one, and now is the time to do it. Okay. The biggest players in the game know what's coming and are preparing accordingly. So guys, here is a document titled The Big Reset. So we have new rules coming in place. This new global currency setup is being conceived, as highlighted here, and the world is moving step by step towards the de facto gold standard without any meeting of G20 leaders to announce the idea or bless the project. So this is super controversial. In the past, it's just been about the G20. It's been about the US dollar, and countries have had to sign on to agree to this. Now, this is where it gets really interesting because Jim Willie recently it was on a podcast. Okay, apparently this is from Monday, October the 14th, 2024. He has it posted back in the in the back of his room there. And guys, he talks about a lot of interesting things in this clip. It is 34 minutes long. Obviously, I'm not going to play the full thing, although I do feel like you guys liked my commentary the other day when I was commenting alongside the John Deaton, Elizabeth Warren debate. I don't know, comment down in the comments if you guys like that, if you want to see more of those in the future, and maybe I will do more of those, dedicated videos, alongside stuff like this, a 34-minute long clip of Jim Willie talking about the financial system. Anyway, put it down in the comments if that's something you guys like. But here's what he said. Here's how XRP is going to integrate. Listen to this.
So when you have the unit, which is 40% gold and 30% each of the two currencies, and India is involved in the room, India is going to be choosing something else because nobody wants their rupee currency. I believe they're going to be using XRP on a rather wide basis. That's really important, and they've already had contracts set up with XRP. India. Now, the other nation that's important is actually a monarchy. It's United Arab Emirates, and they are in charge of Dubai. It's one of the what do they call it? Emiratis, Emirates, one of the Emirates. Dubai has expanded, from what I heard, tenfold their volume of gold sales at their gold window. And what I believe is going to happen is a lot of countries like Africa are going to come forward and say, we have a lot of diamonds, we have a lot of copper, we have a lot of iron, we have a lot of, let's say, vanadium, structural metals. And they're going to use Dubai to convert to gold for whatever they have.
So again, I could play this clip for several minutes. He's got a lot of interesting things that he says here, but I guess I should set this up. This is, in the context of the BRICS nations. As you heard here, Jim Willie has said India is going to be likely using XRP in a wide capacity, probably almost exclusively, because nobody wants their Indian rupee currency. So what better way to circumvent that? Well, I mean, you've got many different cryptocurrencies that you can use, and since XRP is going to be at the center of the global financial system, it is going to be a currency that everybody uses, and therefore India can use that currency to facilitate trade. Now, later in this clip, Jim Willie does also talk about Russia using XRP. Listen to this.
It was last August, we had a BRICS meeting in South Africa. They actually blocked President Xi of China and his delegation. They held him in a hotel. They did not want him at the BRICS meeting to talk about social scoring for bank account access. Okay, that's the BRICS. The BRICS did not want the Chinese to dictate bank policy for social credit. Okay, that was a year ago. Okay, that's a preface. Then in June, the Russians took control. What do they call it? They're hosting the BRICS meetings. So it was in St. Petersburg. So the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum, where they had 70 deals worth 23 billion. And contrast that with Davos. They had no deals, no contracts, no economic contracts, no nothing. That's not an economic forum. It's a banker forum. So St. Petersburg, Chris, they had some results. They announced an alpha test for mBridge. They announced enhancements for the mBridge protocol. They announced the unit, and they said that more development was going to be coming for the unit. And they said, look forward to the October meeting where we're going to have more announcements, more developments, more revelations, and more specifics. In the meantime, Russia announced that XRP is going to be the official intermediary between all their central banks, financial institutions and banks, and all the other side, the merchants, and the ones that take payment for whatever product or service. So the Russians let it be known that XRP is going to be important to them.
And boom goes the dynamite, guys. The Russians here, according to Jim Willie, saying XRP is going to be central to this system. So think about it. I mean, the World Economic Forum, even though Jim Willie was criticizing them, are also going to be using XRP. Now, if the BRICS nations, whether it's through, a majority through India and through Russia, start using XRP as a major cryptocurrency, this will, in fact, reset the banking industry. As Smoke does point out here, guys, BRICS countries, together with its potential as a cryptocurrency, the outlook for the currency is promising. So they're talking about their currency. It has the potential to reshape financial systems. But guys, this currency, we got to remember, is still not going to be the exclusive currency that is used for trade. They're going to need XRP to transfer that value, and in some cases, XRP might actually be used to trade just natively. Down here, it says, certainly the appearance and use of a new composite currency will attract a change in the composition and value of the financial and capital markets around the world, and it will reset the banking market as well. So guys, this reset is on the horizon. I just hope you're prepared for what's to come next. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.